Hey, Dave here. Have a question for you. Ever thought about hell? It's not a great question to ask, right? Who wants to think about that? It's kind of depressing, but it is a reality. It is a truth. And this week we looked at the parable of the net. And the idea of the parable of the net, which is in Matthew 13:47 through 52, it talks about these fisher people going out and using a huge net that would go into the water, and then they would slowly pull it in using a boat and some guys on the shore, slowly pull it in, and it basically catches everything that it's in its path. And when they bring it into shore, they then take the fish, the ones that they want, and put them into baskets or into other baskets that have water in them if they need to bring them to a distance. And then the other part of it is all the stuff, the other kind of sea life that they didn't want, is toss and throw away. Jesus was saying, this is what's going to happen, guys. This is what's going to go on. So I'd like to read the verses really quick. And it says this in Matthew 13:47. Once again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net that was let down into a lake, caught all kinds of fish. Then verse 48. When it was full, the fishermen pulled it up out of the shore, and then they sat down and collected the good fish in baskets, but threw the bad ones away. In verse 49, this is how it will be at the end of the age. The angels will come, separate the wicked from the righteous, and throw them into the blazing furnace, where there'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And then Jesus asks a question, do you understand this? So here we are where Jesus is bringing this net up, and he's telling us some basic truths. Here are the basic truths. One, there will be eventually a judgment. None of us want to really talk about that, think about it, but it is a reality, and I love you enough to tell you the truth. Secondly, there will be a separation at that judgment. And those who have accepted Christ will be separated to heaven. Those who do not have Christ, separated to the third of these truths, which is there is a hell. And that hell is a miserable place, a tormenting place, an everlasting place. Wow, I've uplifted you, haven't I? All right, so that's the goal is for you, for all of us who are believers who are watching this, to remind ourselves of how vital it is for us to go out and tell the good news of Jesus. But before we even do that, we need to produce goodwill. How do we do that? By doing good deeds, getting out there and doing good, not for salvation purposes for us, but to open up the eyes of people that they'd be open at least to hearing the gospel and seeing the gospel in you. Would you consider this week, start praying over that My 8 list, that My 20 list if you have one, of people you know who do not know Christ or are far from it. And would you just pray, asking God to open up the doors for you to be used to produce good deeds, to produce goodwill, to do good deeds, produce goodwill, so you can tell the good news in a loving fashion. Because the truth is, if people don't accept Christ, they are only hell-bound. And personally, I'd rather like to see all my friends and family know Jesus and have a place in heaven. I know you want that too. Guys, think about that. Have a great day.